Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Portal, the show where we teleport you guys into the world of pop culture and current events. I'm your host, Cierra Caballero.
And I'm Braeden Langlois.
And we're gonna, since you are new host, we gotta get to know you a little bit better. So I thought we would talk about video games or PC games that are really nostalgic for you, one of your favorites, and also in the vein of that Mega Man came out with a new game, so I thought let's talk about some nostalgia.
Yeah, well, one of the things that reminds me the most of being a kid and first exploring video games for the first time is the Gears of War franchise, surprisingly enough. I hate the games, but that was one of the first ones I ever played. It was with some friend, don't even remember who he was anymore.
Sorry,
but,
friend.
Yeah, sorry, friend, but I played Gears of War. It freaked me out, but that's one of the first ones. I also played like Spyro. Those games, that was one of the first ones that I actually, enjoyed more, wasn't terrified by as a kid. But yeah, I started exploring video games around like 7 or 8, and that's when I started getting into it, and I realized like, oh, this is fun, and it absorbs a lot of time.
Yeah, it distracts me from school.
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like that. One of the earlier consoles that I played was a Sega Genesis because I have older sisters, and so any console that they were like, oh, we're done, you get to have it. So that was my first console, was a Sega Genesis, and I would play Mortal Kombat 2, Earthworm Jim, Risk Star. I still have it, and it still works to this day. So sometimes I'll have friends come over and be like, "You want to play some Risk Star?
Sega Genesis?
You want to play some Sega Genesis?" And because I rediscovered it in, I guess, one of our closets or something. I was like, wait, we still have this? And I plugged it into one of our old televisions, which we have, and I was like, it works. And it turns on, the classic Sega.
Yeah.
Sega. Anyway, but we also played a lot of Nintendo 64. One of my favorite games, I actually talked about this with some friends of mine recently. It's a rare game now, and it was one of my favorites, was Clay Fighters. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have heard of it. I have not played it.
It's like a rare game now, and I guess very sought after for a lot of collectors. So if you have Clay Fighters, congratulations. You're one of probably not that many, but congratulations. But I loved that game. It's kind of like a fighting game with these like creepy horror-like monsters, like there's this creepy snowman. There's it looks like, with Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King, before he turns in. Yeah, it sort of looks like that little pumpkin, spooky scarecrow-looking guy. But I loved that game. As far as PC games, though, I think one that stands out to me, not just The Sims, but also, what's it called? Pajama Sam. Have you ever played Pajama Sam?
I have not, but I also have heard of that.
It's so good. It's like, I guess you could think Nightmare on Elm Street, but for like kids, I guess, in a way, because this kid, he gets stuck in his nightmares. He has to explore his own dreams and nightmares in order to, solve all these puzzles. And he's dressed as he has a little cape around him, so he's dressed kind of like a little superhero, and it's so cute. I would play that obsessively all the time.
See, when I started getting into PC gaming a little bit later in life, but the first time that I really gamed per se was Cool Math Games.
Oh!
That's classic.
Like Jumpstart or like
Cool Math.
Cool Math.
That's the
not Jumpstart.
That's the gaming site. That's when I started realizing that I'd rather do this than school, because it's one of those it's computer day at school, and I would get on Cool Math Games and play.
I loved computer day.
Yeah,
I loved computer class.
Yes.
Did you play Oregon Trail?
Yes, that's a classic.
You'd write your friends' names in there, and then in class you'd be like, hey, you died.
You died of dysentery. How does it feel?
How's it feel? You killed me off. I was dysentery, and then you died. It was great.
It's a release.
It was very vindictive.
Yes,
I got very competitive in computer class. But I remember it was like an after school, you go there after school and you make a lot of friends. It's not really daycare, I guess. It felt like summer camp all the time. But they had Dreamcasts and GameCubes and Nintendo 64s there. So that's where I played a lot of the games. But
through that, kind of doing computer class stuff like that. That's where I discovered Halo. The original Halo game, playing that on PC. That was a lot of fun. You could play the kind of we call it Battle Royale now with your friends that were also there. That was a lot of fun.
That's where I discovered Smash Bros. And like fighting with my friends, and then also Frogger. There was like we had like computer games as well.
Quite a big contrast.
It's a big contrast. Frogger, Smash. But yeah, my sisters and I, one of our favorite games to play together was Banjo and Kazooie. I know it's not always multiplayer, but we would just take turns like playing different like levels and stuff like that. And it's such a good game. Not a lot of people have heard of Banjo and Kazooie. If you've heard of Banjo and Kazooie, you could freak out in the comments how awesome it was. But yeah, that was one of those early games that really, I think, shifted my thing. I don't know, I'm a big fan of more retro games than I am of the games today. I love the story stuff, but I love retro games. I love going to arcades and like playing like more classic stuff.
So you're lucky. I didn't get too much of that as a kid of like actually playing the retro stuff. It was more as it came out. My first console that I personally owned was the Wii.
Oh, Wii,
and playing games with that. We still have that at my family house, and my little brothers are playing on it now. And so eventually, sometimes I'll go back home and I'll play with them. We'll play the Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah. Trying not to fling the controller across the room.
Oh, seriously, I have to put the strap on, otherwise it's gonna go flying away.
I get too competitive. Yeah. Have you played any of the Harry Potters on Wii? I feel like that's the only way to play a Harry Potter game is with a Wii controller.
Yes,
because then
it's so satisfying to actually move the wand.
Yes, oh, it's so fun. I had Order of the Phoenix on that one. But games. Let us know in the comments below what your favorite nostalgic game was, what started your love for gaming. But yeah, let's talk about, speaking of a little bit of nostalgia, we had Venom come out, right? Everyone's talking about it, whether they loved it, whether they hated it, but
whether it was just like,
it was in the middle.
It was pretty.
But it brought me back to crappy superhero movies that you actually kind of love. So let's talk about it. Mine was Daredevil.
You stole mine.
Wait, seriously?
Are you kidding
me?
Stole one of them, because that's so we can agree that Daredevil, starring Ben Affleck
with
and Jennifer Garner.
It was actually pretty sick.
But
it was like so cheesy, but it was fun to watch.
Especially because it was right around the era of like new metal.
Yeah, like new metal.
So like
and it had like Evanescence,
Bring Me to Life.
Bring Me to Life, the scene where she's like stabbing the sandbags and like preparing for battle. Dude, that was so
that's how you prepare for battle. You stab some sandbags.
You sing to Evanescence.
Yes.
Wake me up.
Oh
stab.
Gosh, it was so edgy for its time. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was great.
And there's the famous scene where Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner are like on the playground, and they kind of fight there in front of like all those kids.
And all the kids, and it's like
it's such a oddly placed.
And the kids are just like, this is normal. This happens.
Or the fact that he like, when he goes into the subway, he has to pour gasoline to make like the two big D's that get lit on fire when the cops show up. Like, he's blind. How did he do that? Number one, how did he do that? But two, why put in the effort? It's so much harder when you're blind. It's
dramatic effect.
I know, but like Batman's not blind. He doesn't. Wait, no, he definitely left a giant flaming bat symbol on Gotham. Dark Knight Rises. Never mind. I rescind my argument.
Rewind. They both have the flair for the dramatic.
Yes.
You know, in different ways.
And both characters have been portrayed by Ben Affleck.
That's true.
Both of them.
Both of them have. But
another one of my favorite, like, crappy superhero. I use superhero loosely for this one.
Okay.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I love Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I love it.
I saw it in movie theaters.
It does not hold up.
No, it doesn't.
The graphics are very bad.
I tried to rewatch it, and it was.
I did too. It's recently, and I watched it with the company of friends. It makes it a little more bearable because we can all laugh at it and joke about it together. But I don't think I could watch it again on my own.
I prefer
it's too
Spy
much to
Kids
sit through.
to Shark
But
Boy.
see, that's less of a superhero movie
I know,
per se.
but like it's the same. Same company.
Basically the same movie.
Same movie.
Honestly,
they
look pretty
but
similar.
I love Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I do too.
I remember seeing it in theaters.
Taylor Lautner's best role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're watching Taylor, sorry.
I mean, he did Twilight after that, but he just
Twilight
disappeared.
He disappeared. He's been doing some stuff, but not a lot.
But nothing compared to Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Nothing compared to Twilight. just kidding. No.
Shark Boy and Lava
is
Girl.
like, where did Lava Girl go?
I don't know.
Loved her.
I
wanted
don't
to
even
be
remember her name, honestly. Like the
Taylor,
actress's name.
was it Dooley?
Something like that.
I got nostalgic one day and researched it. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's so funny. Like Shark Boy and Lava was really good. It wasn't crappy, but I know it's so cheesy.
Yes.
I mean, Sky High.
Sky High. That's
for me.
Okay, Sky High
Sky
holds
High.
up a little bit more.
It holds up. Like I can still watch it consistently over and over and enjoy it.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite. I guess it's not really a Disney Channel original movie because it was in theaters, but it's like an original.
Right, but it's still kind of like a Disney movie.
Disney movie, and it's just I don't know something about it. I guess because it kind of deconstructs a lot of stuff with like
about like the superhero genre and stuff like that, which
narrative.
is funny because it was before this huge like peaked rise of comic book movies that we're getting. Yes. It was towards the beginning.
It was towards the beginning of the insanity that was about to begin.
Because another one of my favorites that really kind of kick-started the era was the Blade trilogy.
Blade! Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, those are not the best movies, but they're iconic. And they did kind of usher in this era for sure.
I mean, still that time of like that new metal, like
period
of time of let's wear some latex suits and
black
corsets
leather.
and all that. But Spider-Man 3.
Okay, I just don't
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We're not going to talk about it. Harry Potter franchises. We got Crimes of Grindelwald coming our way, about to smack us in the face with some more Fantastic Beasts. All right. So
even more Fantastic Beasts.
Even more. It's going to get Beast mode. But
Fantastic Beast mode.
Fantastic Beast mode.
Are we ever going to run out of Fantastic Beasts to find? That's the real question.
He wrote a book, so I feel like there's way more.
But is there a finite number of Fantastic Beasts?
He's still in one area. He still needs to travel the world.
Well,
Have we discovered every species ever yet?
No. But he's a wizard. We're not.
You know why? Because we can't go to a certain depth of the ocean, okay? Because we'll die. We don't have the technology.
But, see, no technology. They're wizards.
Also, like magic.
But honestly, I'm not.
Accio, depth of bottom of the ocean.
There you go. That's the exact spell.
This causes tsunamis.
See, I'm not a huge fan of the Fantastic Beasts franchise.
Really?
I loved Harry Potter, and I loved the books, and I love all that lore and everything. But
Same.
Fantastic Beasts, it felt unnecessary. It feels like a money grab, which I hate because it's kind of I grew up on Harry Potter, and it kind of feels like it's tarnishing my childhood a little bit. And for them to be doing 5 whole Fantastic Beasts movies,
just seems.
Yeah, I saw the first Fantastic Beasts. I put off watching the trailer for the Crimes of Grindelwald. I don't even know the name. I'm just that uninterested.
Grindelwald.
I was forced to watch the trailer when I saw a different movie, and I'm not gonna go see it in theaters.
Ooh.
I'm not interested.
Yeah,
I'll read about it.
I still want to see it.
Not gonna see it.
I watched the trailer like 5 or 6 consecutive times because I went to a Harry Potter marathon, and that was the only trailer they showed.
Oh, see, that's getting forced to watch it.
So we're being shown this. What is your dream Harry Potter or Wizarding World universe film that you wish actually existed if they weren't doing Fantastic Beasts?
Well, so there was the little book, the Tales of Beetle the Bard, and that had a bunch of little short stories. I read that was one of my favorite that was the first tie-in thing that I read for Harry Potter after seeing the movies, reading the main series of books, and so in that was where they introduced the three brothers, and that's where you get the iconic little symbol. It's got the triangle, which is cloak of invisibility, yes, and then the circle, which is the stone, and then the Elder Wand, which is just the vertical line through the center.
The Perville brothers, I think?
Yes, Perville, something like that. It's they just call them the brothers.
The brothers.
The 3 brothers, which is a pretty cool enigmatic title.
I like
that. That was the story that I read in there that stood out to me the most, and I was like, I really want to see this. If there is backstory movies that they're going to provide, if there's more that they're going to give to the fan base, that's what I want to see, because they really had a huge impact on the mainline franchise.
They really did.
Because each of those objects plays a role in the franchise.
In both, like Fantastic Beasts and
Yeah,
Harry Potter.
exactly. So they're so iconic.
But
I don't know why we're not
they
getting
have
that.
the puppet show at Universal Studios, which kind of makes me want to see something like a stop motion version of that.
That'd be very cool. Something super
Henry
stylistic.
Selick needs to direct it.
I would love that.
Because that'd be amazing. For me, mine's kind of a joke, but like I feel like it'd be really funny. It's like do a film, but it's based on the American Wizarding School with Ilvermorny, but of course make it quintessentially American,
Just
like
just
Mean Girls
Yes.
style. With they have, and they're like, oh my God, why does your wand look like mine? Like mine's special or something.
There has
Just
to be
like,
American flags in
American
every single
flag.
shot.
Yeah.
Just hammer it home
extra
that this
American.
is in America.
Exactly. Like we are in the Wizarding world, but we're in America.
And they all gotta have like super American accents.
Exactly.
Super American.
Super American. I want Tina Fey to write the script, obviously.
Even better.
Amy Poehler will be the headmaster.
I feel like that's the best way to do it.
Oh, no, or Winona Ryder might. I would love to see her in
Too serious.
Heather's.
Too
With
serious.
Heather's style.
Okay,
Yeah, for sure.
that makes sense though.
But for real, I would actually like to see the other Wizarding School. I think it's like Wakoda. What's the Asian one? I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a Wizarding School. I think it's set in Japan. And it's just from the pictures and like the storyline that J.K. Rowling put on Pottermore, it looks absolutely gorgeous and just super fascinating. And I think I'd really want to see a film on that, just because it's completely different area, completely different wizards, not super tied to Harry Potter or to that world.
And it wouldn't be as Americanized as the main
Yeah,
franchises.
you wouldn't have American flags everywhere. And Tina Fey. But anyway, yeah, that's what we would like to see. So thank you, Braeden.
Thank you.
I hope, honestly, I agree with the Three Brothers thing. I think that'd be really cool.
I think that's the most necessary franchise that we need right now.
But let us know in the comments below what your dream Harry Potter or Wizarding World franchise film would be in the comments below. We would love to see your ideas.
We'd love to actually see them.
Happen. There's a lot of fan films out there, much like the Black Sisters with Narcissa. And we'll put some links for some in the comments below. But thank you guys for watching. This has been Nerd Portal, and we'll catch you next time.